It's the way that I get lost now in the colors of your skin. And it's how I hear the stars coming brightly. And it's how I'm falling in. It's a puzzle I can't put together. It's a song I can't quite hear. When I try too much to put it in the bottle, when I try to hold it in, and so it comes to me in ways now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's when I least expect it. I see beauty all around, and it overwhelms my body, don't it? Like a light without a ground. It's when I glance you from the nothing. It's from the space between the waves. me high like I'm needed, but it's hard to stay that way. Well, so it comes to me in waves now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's the way that I get lost now in the colors of your skin. It's how I hear the stars come brightly. It's how I'm falling in. It's how I'm falling in. It's how I'm falling in. It's how I'm falling in.
them. They're still static. I'm leaving them open lock. Thank you.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's drive from the Rietspruit Game Reserve. To those of you joining us from America, good morning, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope this gets your day off to a great start. We are sitting right at Mamba Dam, as there was a herd of impala drinking here, but what is quite typical, as we go live, everything moves away. So right now you can have a pretty view of the Drakensberg mountain range, and maybe we can see some of the impala, but they've moved quite far now, so that's probably not going to happen. It has been a warm day today, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. It was 32 degrees Celsius in the middle of the day. There's a light breeze which is making things quite pleasant. And this afternoon on camera I have Andrew, which will be regular over the next 2 weeks as Basil is on leave. It's amazing how much this dam has dried up in the last month or so since I've been here. There's hardly anything left. When I started a month ago, there's quite a lot more, well, quite a lot of water in here still. And it just shows that the dry season is starting to take its stranglehold on everything. It is getting dusty, and there's not a lot of surface water around anymore. Just a little bit at these dams, and then the provided water at the crypts. Okay, there's nothing here, so we will continue. Just a hello to all of our pack members joining us this afternoon. Carol, Barbara, Elsa, Christine, Betty, Mary, and who else? Matthew, my brother. Hello everybody. If I've missed you, I apologize. Let me know if I have missed you. And then hello to all of you watching on the public YouTube. I hope you have an enjoyable afternoon with us here on the Rietspruit. We've had an exciting few days. Just gonna get out of here. We're gonna make our way up towards, well, the idea at least is to make our way up towards Blue Wildebeest Dam in the northeastern corner of Blowbank. The two male lions were there this morning, and I don't think they're going to move anywhere in any rush. They are very well fed. Yesterday, the lions had 3 wildebeest kills in that area. It seems that they have found our new additions to the wildebeest population on the Rietspruit, which is what we were hoping they wouldn't do, but they have. So those boys finished a wildebeest yesterday, and they have gone off to rest at Blue Wildebeest Dam. We saw them there this morning, very big bellied. Andrew and I went out for a little drive to catch nothing, to film some stuff. We're just getting a few shots. And then yesterday afternoon we had some excitement on our Zoom drive. We watched the 2 cheetah brothers catch an impala not too far from Hayes, which was quite something. I don't know where I want to go. Let's go up Easterpark. So we watched the stalk and the chase. I'm sure you'll see an update on that on our Instagram pretty soon, or our socials in general pretty soon, as we watched one of the males stalking an impala, and then he set off, but they chased them into the block, and they do use the fence to hunt, but they caught one off of the fence, well, away from the fence. So that was quite an interesting sighting that unraveled itself before our eyes. The only thing we didn't see was the actual takedown, much to the joy of our viewers yesterday afternoon. We saw the before, the stalk, and the after while they were feeding. Not everybody wants to see the actual catch. But keep an eye on our socials for those highlights from that drive, or just a little snippet of those cheetahs making a catch. And one of the new rhinos that was released on Wednesday on the Rietspruit. I don't know if any of you watched that live intervention. We moved 2 rhinos, 2 females that have been at HESC, Rietspruit Endangered Species Centre. We put them onto the Rietspruit, and they didn't take a liking to the boma they were put in. They got out of the boma, and one of them walked through the cheetah sighting as they were finishing the kill. And we just on a lookout, keeping an eye out for them, any sign of them, just to monitor them over the next couple of weeks, make sure that they're settling into the reserve quite nicely. They have come, it's a new environment, they've come at a time of the year where we are at the end of the dry season. Water isn't so abundant. They're going to have to find some water. They're going to have to find some food as well. Not being in the boma where they would have been supplemented. So we are keeping an eye out for them and seeing how they do. We'll monitor their progress over the week or so coming up. And I hope for them that the rains come sooner than later. But I have no doubt that they will be fine. So we at Paint a Dog TV have had an eventful few days. So this afternoon, the pride has been seen on Kaya at Hippo Dam. The 2 males, as I said now, are at Wildebeest Dam. We won't be able to go to the pride. And then there was a rhino seen around Kudu Krip, so we might head up past Kudu Krip on our way north, follow the Sunsloot River up towards Blue Wildebeest Dam if you're English or Afrikaans. On Blowbank it would correctly be Blue Wildebeest. There are some rhino tracks down here, but they've been driven over, so they're from last night or this morning when people were out on drive, driven over them. Dyker just ran across the road, one of our usual customers here on the Rietspruit. And as always, it's hard to see them again once they have darted over the road. There's some impala and zebra tracks back there. I thought maybe I saw an elephant track, but also driven over. Just as we left camp this afternoon, Andrew said he's got a feeling that this afternoon's going to provide something interesting for us. So I wonder if that will be true, and if something exciting happens for us again this afternoon, as it did yesterday afternoon. When I questioned him about it, he said, because I just immediately thought that Andrew was thinking leopard, he said no, serval. So that's throwing it right out there.
That for a U-turn.
That's, yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you? But we did see something else exciting yesterday. Just after our Zoom drive concluded, it always seems to happen like this, we saw a porcupine quite close to Hace, our HQ, which was nice. It's the first porcupine I've seen on Rietspruit. And then we went out and set up a camera trap near that cheetah kill to see if anything else came by there. Now I've got to decide and think I know where I am. Do I know where I am? That is Dyker. That is, I think, Leopard Dam. East, no, west, and that is it? No, it's not Bosvark. Beersterput, I think. Am I right? Oh, Andrew's.
Right the first time.
Oh, is it Bosvark?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I must just back myself.
Well done.
This part of the reserve starting to get to know a little bit better. It's closer to camp, so it's a bit easier. There are rhino tracks on top of everything else here. Also some rhino dung, so let's see. But we went out and put this camera trap up. And we had a jackal come in, and then lions from the other side came past as well. And a rhino. That was exciting. But then we dropped Andrew off back at camp. He was tired after all his hard work on Wednesday with our rhino capture and then release. And Victoria and I went out, and we also saw a porcupine moving about. And we think we may have seen the black rhino and her calf at Kudu Krip. But it's impossible to say. It was just two rhinos running away, but that is kind of typical behavior of black rhinos. And the reason we went out, and we've discussed it amongst the three of us, we want to start spending time driving around the reserve when leopards are most likely going to be busy, moving about. Since I've been here, I haven't seen a leopard yet. Andrew's seen two. So we've decided we're going to start putting some effort into trying to find some. And when we have heard them getting called in on the radio, it's often at the end of drive, often quite far away, and we haven't been able to go. So we decided we're going to start driving around in the sort of early hours of the night. Not anything too ridiculous. just see if we get lucky, and then spend some time with them at night, see if they relax down at night. That, is he calling me?
Yeah.
Go, Kevin.
Let me know if you find those 2 rhino cars and if you've got video of it.
Copy, will do. Making my way up to Lowveld of South Africa via Kudu Krip and Seskan Krip.
No problem. No, just if you pick them up.
And that's just Kevin asking if we find those rhinos, just to let him know where they are and how they're doing.
Those are 2 new ones that we put into the Burma yesterday, but they broke out. Let's see if they can get out.
So yeah, we're looking to see if we can spend some time out there looking for some leopards, spend time in the areas that they get seen most frequently in the late afternoon, early evening. Kudu Krip, Sunsloot, Diepsloot rivers, Lemondurin, that kind of central area on the property. That's where the most leopard sightings have been since I've been here, and it's only a handful, I must mention that. So we're going to work at that. Generally they get more relaxed at night, and then slowly during the day you can work on them. So we might have more interesting species to report back to you all on our nighttime adventures. See if we get some of those nocturnal species. And last night we got a porcupine, so that's pretty cool. I think it was actually at this junction coming up that we saw the porcupine. What was that? Duiker. Oh, it's Steenbok. Yeah, we saw something away just now. I wonder if she will stay still. Nope. She might. She's just gone in there. I don't know if you can see her. Not really. So well camouflaged here. Right in the middle of the frame, you can maybe see her. Oh, she's moving around right in the middle there. You can see her, a female Steenbok, hiding away in the foliage here. Look at those ears, so beautiful. Couple more people to say hello to. Mom Ruth, hello. Jan, hello. Ariana, welcome. So Carol is saying people watching the cams are worried about my safety as I walk in the mornings. We'll get into that after we've seen this little Steenbok, so don't leave if you want to hear my explanation. Oh, where's she gone? Into the thicker stuff. Just see her moving in there. I think we'll leave her to it. We'll carry on. It's nice to get a little glimpse of her. So my walking in the morning, you don't have to worry. If I know the lions are nearby or the elephants, I don't go out in the morning. I'm always watching for tracks on the road. And if there's anything suspicious, then I'm more vigilant. And I always walk the one triangle. So we've got the two fences, and we here, and we walk to the gate, and then down the fence and up the airstrip. And it's a little triangle that Victoria and I do walk on. In total, it's about 700 meters. So it's not too far from camp. Also, there's the fences. And although there has been a bit of activity in that corner, it's right in the south western corner of the property, and it's sort of more unlikely that you're going to get animals spending time in the corner. We have seen the cheetah there before, but they weren't too fazed by us. And I'm very watchful. I've spent a lot of time walking in the bush where you're not close to a house, not close to, let's go here to Kudi Krip. Am I right? Is that it? Yeah. Where am I going? Sate. I hope I'm right. So yeah, I've done a lot of walking in the bush, a couple 100 hours on foot. For my masters in the Eastern Cape, I would go and walk for 2 hours in Albany thicket, which is super thick, dense vegetation, often on my own or with one other person. Checking camera traps is when I was by myself. And then at Mala Mala, I walked quite a lot while I was there. When you're walking, your senses are heightened, you're very aware of your surroundings, you're keeping a lookout for anything that might creep up on you. I did run a couple of times, but I think I'm shying away from running because that's a little less convincing in terms of safety. Anything there? There's some big rocks. I just saw the big rocks. What's that? There's the elephants.
I don't know, I can't see where you're looking.
Behind the solar panel, I think there's elephants there. So if you just zoom in with the camera and just see that. So there's an old pump here, and there's an elephant in the thickets there. You might see it moving. There you go. You can see its ear flapping. There we go. You can see that it's an elephant now with those ears and the tusks. Let's go around there. That's a nice find. I was actually thinking, and you can ask Victoria in the comments, make sure she's sitting behind an FC. If you don't believe me, I said before, I wonder where the elephants are. They would be nice to see. They haven't been very nice to this, what is it, a young knobthorn tree? No. I think it's a couple of scented pods in here.
Just go.
Just go? Are you sure? It looks like it's hooked on your head. You make it? Andrew got a little bit caught up in those thorns there. I can't see any blood yet. He's okay. I think we have to drop down into the sun slit. I was wrong on my roads, which is not good because I didn't listen to Andrew. Oh, here's an elephant right here. One of the boys. Oh, this is going to get a bit tight. I hope he continues that side. He looks like he's going to. Now I'm trying to make up my mind whether or not we go into the river, into the Sunslit, or if we stay up here. Let's go around into the river, see if there's more. I wonder if it's just the two males, but that's nice. Oh, they're looking for the two cheetahs. I just heard skankan on the radio, which is the general way people call it cheetah. It's not exactly how it is said in Shangaan, but that is the general term used. Oh, you can't go in here. No. Alright, we'll turn around. I thought maybe we could go in here, but it's very rocky and this is not a spot to try and drive into. So we'll see if we can continue viewing them from on top here. Might be the two boys. I wonder if it is them or the whole herd. They were in camp the other night breaking everything. He's just standing here, look. Is there a way to get around, Andrew, you know?
It's the whole herd.
Is it the whole herd?
Yeah.
Oh, God, look at that. There they all are. I don't know where the best place to go is. It is very thick all around here. Because you can't drive in the river. Let me just check my map. If we went on the other side of the river and viewed across, would that be alright? Do you think we can get in there? Andrew doesn't. He doesn't know. If there weren't rocks in front of us, I would go over and around. But it's quite thick where the elephants are, so we've just found the whole herd. They are dust bathing here. I'm just trying to see if there's a gap that we can get around to them nicely. I think we could probably squeeze in here. Just another elephant. Okay. I think we could maybe get in there, eh? There's a nice game trail, which should give us access. Stations. The herd of elephants is around the old pump area on Pomppad. They're stationary.
Copies, I'll be responding, but I'll be in 12 minutes.
I would continue so that we can see them, but I don't want to get ourselves boxed in here. It's pretty thick. Oh, there's a little bit of water there. Where does this pump to, do you know?
Absolutely no idea.
An old little crib here, but it's empty, but this elephant has found some water. It does have a solar pump rather than the old one that is here. We might have all these elephants coming towards us here.
Looks like
still trying to figure out the behaviors and tolerance of us that these elephants have. So while I would typically get into a slightly better position than we are right now, I'm a little bit reluctant to still, as I'm still trying to get to know them, and just judging by where this elephant that we are currently watching on screen walked through. Oh, it would be so nice to get around. They're playing in the water here, but they've also broken a lot of trees, so there's no obvious routes, because that would be really nice to watch.
The vehicle is aligned at Rietspruit.
Because they are mud bathing. Let's see if we pop our nose there and shoot in. Otherwise, maybe we can loop around to the other side of the river and view from there, but it is quite tricky off-roading and the road's not terribly close from the edge of the river. You can see there's a whole lot of water in here. Eesh. I'm not so confident wedging ourselves in here, and I don't think it's going to get us a much better view. Hey?
If you go back towards the pump, there was a bit of a gap.
Open for her.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Do you think you can get that angle, Andrew? There we go. As you can see when Andrew's zooming in there, it is quite thick in here. But they found a nice little spot with water. I wonder if they've broken a pipe here, because it doesn't look like this water's been here for a long time. I think they might have got to a pipe underground, yeah. There's spraying mud everywhere. He's not moving. Pushing a tree over. Now, sorry everybody, it's not the greatest visual of these elephants in this little thicket here. I'm trying to look around and see if there's a better spot to go, but they haven't made our lives any easier. Just in the pushing over trees. Okay, Andrew, I'm going to go back. Maybe on the other side of the pump where she's walking now. Well, that bull's come out. Let's see if we can go around here. I'm going to go forward. Nah, we're not going to get anywhere in there. There's some sickle bush. Coming here. I'm going to reverse out of here before this gets hairy. You're okay, girl. I just don't want to get in your way. Rather get out now before it gets a bit dodgy, because of how thick it all is. No, they're all coming that way. Let's It's the 3 males. You see, he has got a pipe. Look, he's broken it. He's not drinking straight from the pipe. Oh dear. They get fresh water at the crypts and they're here breaking that supply. I suspect this pump pumps towards Kudu Crypt. That's the closest one to us. So Kudu Crypt ain't going to be getting any water now. What is he doing?
He's having fun.
I wonder if he's just enjoying that water running into his mouth. I don't know if he'd be able to drink it like that. This is not something that's uncommon to see, where there's water provided for animals and elephants find the source of that water. They often pull up pipes and break them, and this is the result. Look at how much water that is. That would be going into a trough or something that would be useful for all other species. I've seen elephants in Introductory Game Reserve, which is south of the central Kalahari in Botswana, where there's water provided for animals there. And I've watched elephants ripping up the whole length of the pipe from the pump to the water source, which is a few hundred meters, leaving blue pipe everywhere. And elephants would not typically be found in that area due to it being a desert. There might have been sort of transient through the area in good rainy seasons, moving between different areas, but there would not have been enough water there to sustain them long term. And the fact that we've put water there means that they've stayed, and it's quite a headache for management to maintain water points where the elephants come and damage it every few weeks. Wherever you put water in a water scarce area for wildlife, elephants tend to go there and rip things up. Any piping. And not even in areas that are typically or necessarily water scarce, also just where there's artificial water that is nice and clean. They go to ablution blocks and they rip up the piping there, and they do cause a lot of damage to some infrastructure, just like these two have done. It's not necessary for them to do this. There is fresh water provided for them, and they've come here and done this pipe. The sun will disappear shortly, and then this pump will stop working because of the solar, and the water flow will stop. I'm sure they will come and try and fix it tomorrow so that there's not too much water just lost. Okay, copy. Thank you. Hello again, everybody. Sorry about that little transmission issue that we've experienced. Was it the whole herd or was it just 3 of them? Okay, so we've just been struggling with a bit of network here by the elephants. They've gone into the sun slot now and trying to find a way. I just saw them, but it's not easy on the banks of the river here. We are, oh, there we go. They've walked up the road. Okay, so when we lost signal, we went onto the other side of the sun slit, and now we found them again. Might just be one elephant. Is it? The whole herd. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. Move out of the way here. Smelling us, putting that trunk up. Stations. The elephants are now mobile east towards Kudu Steel Put Junction, Pompat, east of the Sunsloot River.
I'll be there in about 3 or 4 minutes.
There's Cheeky Chops. Kevin, they've also ripped up the pipes around that pump house.
Is it leaking or just an old pipe?
It's leaking. There's a lot of water coming out of those pipes there.
You know, when you get back, you can just tell him.
Who?
Okay.
Copy. Just reporting the fact that those pipes have been broken. So it is the whole herd. Earlier it looked like there were more, then we only saw the 3 bulls, and now we come across the whole herd. So it's definitely all of them as we suspected. But they look like they're going into the thick stuff south of this road here. It might actually be easier to see them from the other side. It shouldn't be too far to the other road. The junction is pretty much where that elephant's going off there now. And then it loops back around to where the herd is going. Pretty thick in there though. Let's go forward and see if we can see more of them. It shouldn't be too far from the road that runs almost parallel. Well, it's not parallel, it joins up just ahead here. And it's just on the other side, so we might catch the rest of the herd there. There's the other road. There's elephants all over the show. You'd think there's more than just 8 that are on the Rietspruit. Oh, the mountains are just so beautiful all the time. There we go. Is that Cheeky Chops going to cross in front of us? Here it is. Can just hear them breaking trees at different spots around us, doing what elephants do. Just want to go forward a bit. They might be pushing or breaking a tree in front of us here. Just quite impressive watching them as they do that. It was short-lived. One of the bulls, I think, is following up behind them. Should come out into frame now.
On Velderveen Road, very close to the junction of Lowveld Route, on the northern side of the junction.
Yeah, Betty, he is getting quite big. Cheeky chops.
I had two people talking at the same time, so you need to say what species you've got, you heard where it is. Two cow rhinos. Okay, so two adult cows. One adult, one sub-adultish. Okay, copy. No, it's not the ones I'm looking for, thanks.
I think as they get deeper into these thickets here, we're probably going to leave them to it. They're moving quite quickly now. And we'll try and make our way up towards where those male lions are at Lowveld of South Africa. All moving into the thick stuff. There goes Cheeky Chops. See him there. Okay, let's turn around. Just wait, Kevin just goes past. Afternoon, they've just gone in here now. Yeah, and there's one that's, I think, maybe just crossed the road in front of us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably, and then they've just ripped the pipes up here at the old pump station. Just on the western bank, at the pump station. Lots of water coming out there.
Normally they pick it up and spray it everywhere.
Pipeline's just going to empty them. It's just, they're not, I don't think the pump's running. So
Okay.
it's just draining the pipeline. So
Where does it go to?
it shouldn't drain the reservoir because it should be going into the top of the reservoir. So
Okay, which reservoir is this feeding?
well, this feeds everything. So that reservoir feeds Seskantamundo
Okay.
and Kudu. And they've got a separate system up at Pace.
Ah. Okay. Cool. Enjoy your afternoon. Okay. Let's turn around. Should we turn around? What's the best way? Go up there, then yeah. We can continue going straight. Just having a quick chat to Kevin there. So that pump feeds the reservoir that feeds all of the crips. Lemon During, kudu and seskant. So hopefully they fix that soon. I'm sure they will. We'll go up here, we'll leave them to it. They're going into real thick stuff here. And we'll make our way up towards those lions and see if we get them doing anything. I don't know if they'll do much, but maybe they'll come and have a drink from the dam. Stations, I'll be leaving the herd of elephants to Kevin. Oh. See if I can navigate. There's a road there, so that's better, hey? Rather than squeezing through that thick stuff there, which caught Andrew out just now. There's our pump station again that needs a bit of a service now that the elephants have popped past. Okay, this should take us to Kudu Krip. See if there's anything there. Okay. Now we get to eat some dust. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and take us out of low range while we wait for the dust to settle a bit. That's a bit better. Andrew's trying to get all of the nutrients out of that. He's licking his lips here. If there's anything good coming out of the dust that he's just ingested. Alright, Kudu Krip, couple of vehicles have just passed here that we've just seen with the dust. So nobody around here. Still a decent amount of water there, which is good. Let's make our way north. See if we can get to those male lions before the sun is completely gone. It probably go behind the mountains in the next couple of minutes or so. What's that, maybe 5-10 minutes? It always sets earlier than you think it will, from what the forecast that Garmin gives you because of the mountain range.
East of that reservoir, took like a day, I think, southeast. And that ball was pretty steep.
What's the easiest way? You go right here. Go up Sunslit. Okay. Beautiful time of day. It's cooled off quite nicely now. We're driving quite, not quickly, but it's generating a bit of a breeze, which is quite welcome after a warm day. Nice to find those elephants. Bit of a surprise, really. We took the wrong road and we found the herd. There's a nyala, that's quite nice actually. It's a nyala bull there. There's a second one just to its right. Lit up quite nicely in this late afternoon light. Walking away from the Sunslit. as it's getting later, maybe find a little spot for the evening where they feel confident that they can avoid predators. Got a bit of a scratch behind his ear there. We've always got animals moving in the thick stuff. It seems every time we get an animal, it's moving into the thickets. And hopefully over time, these elephants can open it up quite a bit.
There's a mouse
A mouse
in the tree.
in the tree. Look at that.
Not the bee.
That is pretty cool. I wonder what it is. Tough to see from, is it a striped? Looks like a single striped, I don't know if that's the right word.
I've got a visual of this big bull disappearing.
One striped field mouse maybe. It looked like it had one stripe down the back. That's pretty cool. Let's carry on.
Up there, is that static?
What a spot from Andrew. A mouse in a tree. Looking at some nyalas, you don't know what else you'll find. I think it's a one striped field mouse, single striped field mouse. I don't know, it doesn't sound quite right. But if maybe you saw it a little bit longer and you can freeze the screen, you might see there's a stripe. It looks like there's only one coming down its spine there. Maybe you can let me know what it is, if you can find it in any reference books, what the right name is there. One striped field mouse. I'm sure it's a field mouse though. That's a first. A mouse on camera. What was it doing in the tree? Watching the sunset. Sundowners, yeah. It's not far away. Let's see if we get a bit of a gap and just show you that sun setting there. There's a nice gap. Oh, maybe a nice gap. There's always some thick vegetation around. That was a good spot from Andrew, that little mouse. Just wait for this car to pass us while we watch that sun getting close to the mountain. While we sit here watching the sun getting close to the horizon or the top of the mountain range there, don't forget, for all of our members, our pack members, this week's keyword is feast. It's a nice photograph of a wild dog feeding on some remains of a kill that Andrew took. Just email that keyword through to info@paintedDog.tv to get that full res. And if you are doing that via the app, please just put your email address with it. Some people have sent the keywords through the app and we can't seem to find their email addresses because it's just your username on Patreon.
Roger, on Glowbank, I know what number I am.
So just put your email address there. We have set up a spreadsheet to capture those quite nicely and to streamline it. But just, yeah, if you are doing it via the app, please put your email address there.
Currently you're number 9.
But feast, that is this week's keyword.
Copy.
Okay, the dust is settled. Let's carry on. The sun setting behind those branches of a bush willow tree that have been pushed over by the elephants. So I was saying with those nyalas before the surprised appearance of the field mouse, The elephant should clear this bush a little bit, open it up quite a bit, and it will I lost my train of thought. It'll really show when we've put a fire through here, especially. It's really thick. Elephants have pushed over trees. It creates a lot of dead wood lying around. And that wood breaking down naturally with insects and sort of the process of weathering really would take quite a while before you could drive through here nicely and get a lot of visibility. But if there was enough grass biomass here and we put a fire through, that would clear out some of that wood, put those nutrients back into the ground, lots of ash provided for the ground. And if you can do that just after the rains, it would look really nice. At the moment, the elephants have cleared quite a lot of trees and pushed branches over and knocked full trees over, but they're all still lying around, so it's still pretty thick. And termites and other insects will break that wood down over time, but it'll take quite a long time to do that. But you can see their influence in the environment all around. There's a lot of influence of the elephants. You see a lot of toppled trees and broken trees and branches and bark stripping. So I'm sure it won't be too long before it's a little bit more open. I can only imagine when it gets to the green season after all the rains that this place is super thick. And trying to find things will become increasingly difficult. So we'll let the elephants do what they do best. Although the other night when they were in camp, I was chasing them because they were stripping bark of some of the nice trees in camp where it's relatively open. We don't need them to remove the trees in camp. It would be nice if they went into the bush where it's pretty thick. Okay, Andrew, which is the best way? Let me check my map. I need to check my map so that I know my way around. Where's the... Okay, so we'll go up here and then I think we'll drive a new road. Maybe stay on the Sunsloot Pad and then across in Lowveld of South. I think we should do that rather than take poachers. I thought I'd take a new road for me, but I won't. Ooh. These rivers. This is a beautiful stretch of river. We drove it the other day on, well, almost a week ago, Saturday last week, the four of us, Basil, Victoria, Andrew and myself drove there. Beautiful riverbed. Oh, there's some giraffe. Look at those guys. Guys, girls, girls. Two females there in the road ahead of us. Giraffe moving into the thickets. A usual sight. Okay, let's keep going. The sun is dropping behind the Drakensberg. That's a nice little surprise, maybe a little bit unexpected. Although there are quite a lot of giraffe on the Rietspruit, so it's not really unexpected anymore. We bump into giraffe on a regular basis. Okay, let's go up here. We'll follow the Sunsloot. When we did drive in this riverbed a week ago on Saturday, there were lots of female leopard tracks moving about. It's a good time of day. This is when they do get seen. It's cooled down. Leopards tend to get active a little bit earlier than lions from my experience. You can almost get them getting active before sunset and starting to move, whereas lions do what they do best and stay sleeping until after sunset. That's from what I've observed in Mala Mala. So this road follows the riverbed all the way north, so it's always a good spot. I don't think I've ever driven here, actually, thinking about it. Never driven this stretch of road.
Probably that dangerous.
Fancy that, yeah. I can't recall. I tend to have stayed on the roads that I know around camp, and sometimes I haven't had to go too far. Like yesterday we had those cheetahs for most of the drive. The week before I was spending a bit of time around Lemondurine and Kulupat, Seskant area, Deep Sloot a bit. So this is the first time I've actually driven in this part of the reserve, although I have taken the main access road, which is Hoofpad, which is where we went this morning. So it's quite nice. It's actually a little bit sort of more open up here, slightly more open to other parts in the reserve on the top of the crest, which is nice. It's always really stimulating visually. I turned around to look at the camera and the camera was watching the sun. I did a great, it's always really good visually and the camera wasn't looking at me. That's okay. It's always nice, it's stimulating when you drive around and you see something that you've never seen before, a little road. And while the Rietspruit is relatively small compared to the open systems, oh, there are some robin chats that flew up. I don't know, are we going to get it there? You see straight ahead, 130, there's a 2-meter stump that's quite big. This one here, let me show you here on the screen. This one, the bird's there. I forget that I have a screen that I can point Andrew in the right direction. I think it's a white-throated robin chat. Looks like one. White-throated robin chat. And it's gone. Yeah, that's a nice one. Nice little bit there. Two of them, they flew across the road in the drainage. The little white-throated robin chat, if you missed it the first time I said it. It's a bird we tend to see quite often when you get close to the riverbeds and the little drainage lines. I'd like to respond to the lions at Lowveld of South Africa. I'm about 10 out. Nobody's telling me I can't come, so that's good. If there's anybody still there. Did you hear that? Just gonna go. It's a little bit more open here, hey? Just feels a bit more open on this crest. It's actually quite nice. Some taller trees with less understory. Oh, those mountains, I can't get over them. They are beautiful, especially when you get a little bit of the orange light of that sun behind them. Let me see if anybody's got that little mouse, if you got a better look than I did. Oh, Mary, number 140 birds. That's great. That's a lot more than I've got on my Rietspruit list. It's a nice little one to add. It's quite a pretty bird. The robins have these great songs that they sing. Ooh, what is that? Leopard tracks. Which way are they going? Ooh. Yeah, it looks like a male leopard. Has somebody driven around them? Let me just check behind. Oh, I did park myself into a bit of a gap here. I saw the rhino ones and then I saw that. The two cheetah are far away. It's quite a long track. That's what I'm just checking. And those back pads are quite angular. Oh, it looks like a dove's walked over. It's not super fresh. Oh, turned around here quite quickly. Then where did you go? No, it's not too fresh. Maybe went in here smelling something. Oh, there's baby rhino tracks here. Tiny little tracks. Oh, so cute. Okay, these tracks don't continue down the road. I think this leopard, it smelt something when it walked past you, it turned around and has gone into the bush here. Maybe down towards the sun slit. But I want to see if I can show you those tiny little rhino tracks. They're so cute. Here's one here. Look how small that is compared to my hand. And then there's Mom's track. Can you see that? Look at the size difference. It's like half the size, that circle, compared to Mom. So yeah, that leopard's turned off the road there, hasn't continued down the road. And then we've got a little rhino that's walked down here. And here's that female. What's the number? 22. 22 and her baby walking here maybe. Sorry, have you sorted there? I'm rushing away here and Andrew's trying to put the camera back on. Oh, those tracks are actually back here.
All stations, we've got 2 wild dogs at Wild Dog Dam on Kaya. Wild dogs.
The wild dogs are on Kaya, so it's nice to know that they've been seen. The leopard did continue down the road. It just got to a bit of a hard spot where I couldn't see it. Continuing here. It looks like, is it on top of those right? Oh, how nice would that be? It's not the freshest tracks there. They've got insect tracks on top of them. I'm just trying to see if they're on top of the rhino tracks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my map. This is something that we're also going to do just to record where we see signs of leopards so that we can spend some time looking for them. Make this the active layer. Close tracks. Going north. Cool. and we'll start developing a map with all the activity of leopards. And then we can know, we know where to spend time and figure out if they're moving in a predictable manner. It's so tough to cover the whole reserve though, but it's good to know that they're walking here. Maybe it was this morning, because there are quite a lot of tracks for some insects and a dove walking across it. But if it was walking here this morning and decided to have a rest and nothing's walked on past or disturbed it, you might find it's quite close to the road still. Still continuing down here. Walked around the corner here. So I think it probably smelt something in that little bush. Helicopter. This would be a good spot for a leopard to sit. There's all this erosion through here. Sit in one of these gullies. See if it's crossed through here. It has not. Well, no, it has. There it is. Now it gets quite rocky and hard. We might come and drive this road back home after we've seen the lions. I'm a lot further than 10 minutes out. Just the rhino tracks still on the road here. Can't see the leopard tracks. That is the inside of the bend. Maybe this is a spot to come and drive just now. Have a look in all the trees.
Press on Vermont number 10. I'd like to respond to those male lions 5 minutes out of that.
This is Lowveld of South Africa, hey? Yeah. Okay.
One female lion coming down towards
the tracks
the
there.
dam from the second view site, responding to the cry sighting at the dam, just coming to the second view site.
Yep. Just thought I heard something like an alarm call. Maybe it's the greenwood hoopoes. Over the sound of the engine, I thought maybe it may have been squirrels, but not to be. Just checking these junctions, although they would have been quite busy. Yeah. With vehicles, just see if that leopard has walked there. Can't see anything. I think after we've seen the lions, we'll drive back down that road and just spend a bit of time checking around that eroded section. Maybe under the cover of darkness we'll get a little bit more lucky. I think when the last time there was I don't know if it was not last night, but my last Zoom drive, maybe a leopard When was that? Was it Thursday last week?
Yeah.
There was a leopard seen on Lowveld of South Africa, I think around Seskant Noord. A male that sort of just darted off. It was all but a glimpse. Those weren't the biggest tracks though. Rhino's just a walk down this road. Where's this dam? They're talking about the elephants. Our radio is a little bit broken. We can't change the volume, we can't put it up or down, we can't turn it off, we can't see anything. We just know it's working, but it means we can't, sometimes I can't hear the radio when certain people are talking, especially while we're driving and got the wind coming into our faces. So we are gonna hopefully fix that next week. At least we can still hear the radio and get the gist of what's going on. It's quite far. Thought I was closer. – 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we're still 10 minutes away. We did get a bit distracted. Have a bit of a drink here. Didn't realize how much I needed that. Been a hot day, been talking a lot, starting to lose my voice a bit. Oh, fresh scraping there. So Rhino was scent marking here, scraping the ground.
I'm putting out of this Sabe of Dogo.
Andrew, how far is this?
Like 3
3
or 4 minutes.
or 4 minutes still. I was over eager earlier. Let's speed up, try to get some nice light on them. What road is that?
I can't tell you.
Let me check my map. I need to learn these things so that I know where I am. That was Poacher's Road. Okay, we're right here. Right here. We're about 1 minute out.
Like to respond to the elephants about 5 minutes out.
To round the next bend.
Sort of a 2 out of 5, but it's coming up.
Okay, there's the dam wall. So let's have a look. See if they've moved. Earlier this morning when we were here, when Andrew and I came here, they were sleeping on the other side of the dam in the shade, sort of in the inlet. So it'll be interesting to see if they're still, yep, they're sleeping on top of the wall, look. Oh. And there's 4 vehicles here.
Oh, he's saying we can come.
Okay. Let's go there then. Oh, let's just wait one vehicle moving at a time. Maybe we've missed them having a drink. So I don't know if you can see the lion sleeping over there. You can just see it. There's kind of like a little bit of an island in this dam, and he is sleeping on that island. Passed out. I think for the time being we'll just wait at a distance. There are quite a few. Well, there's 4 vehicles here. He's doing exactly what lions do best. That other vehicle overtook us when we were looking at the sun. And got here before us. I wonder what road. Maybe they came up poachers. That's maybe what they did. Alright, a vehicle is leaving, so we'll get a little bit close, a little bit, losing my words there for a moment. We'll go up onto the wall and focus down on him. Where's his brother? Maybe on the other side of the wall. Can you see him? Ah, there we go. He is he is fast asleep, but he has a good angle on the one male. Also fast asleep.
Look to your right now. When you get to that sort of an open area ahead of you, you should see us there. Yeah, copy, thanks. Coming next to Stefan, but just go past him so that you can be in front.
Let's go see if we can get the face of the other male that's sleeping down in the dry parts of the dam. It might be nicer rather than looking at this boy. He's not lifting his head. Who is who? Who is who? Around here. We should be able to see his face quite nicely from here. Got a bit of a gap. This one there. Wow, either one of them. Look at those bellies, full from their meal that they would have finished last night. He's waving at us. Just flicked up that left paw of his and then his tail. They are indeed happy, fat cats, Mary. They're so smelly here. Yeah. There's some. We're surrounded by lion scat, which is not the most pleasant thing out there. Ooh. This is where you sitting at home don't have to put up with the smells that are out yours. He's up and listening, looking towards the direction of Hippo Dam, I think, which is apparently where the females are. I wonder if they're vocalizing that side. Look at him. Beautiful.
Chris, off Blowbunk.
Just going to move the car around a little bit. Position slightly better for Andrew here on the back. He told me nicely this morning, or no, well, not this morning, but when we left camp, to put things on the right hand side, or on his side. I didn't drive over one, did I? Yeah, no, I didn't drive over a scat, which is something that you don't want to do sometimes when you're surrounded by a pride of lions and they've all had a big meal. And is he roaring?
We just had a brief visual of female leopards went into the block south of
I've been trying to get a lion roaring since I got here on camera, and finally it happens when I'm least expecting it. That is nice. And his brother doesn't want to join in. Normally one goes and it sets off the other one, but not tonight. Very lazy roaring. But often you see that, Betty, where they lie down to roar. It's just a little bit easier on it.
On the dam, can I approach? Yeah, sure, there's still static on the dam. Copy that info. We just had a brief visual of my fuzzy. I think it was coming to Pizzamanti, but it got spooked by giraffes. Just there on the car for redemption there. Okay, copy, thanks. Yeah, explains all the alarm calls.
Where was that on Kaya? So somebody says they may have just, well they did, they seen, what road was he on? Got spooked by a giraffe. I don't know. Somebody just saw a leopard on Kaya. He's going towards Hippo Dam, but it ran off. I wonder if we'll get another roar out of him. So I didn't get that road to put it on my map, even though we can't go onto Kaya, but anyway. It's still nice. Giraffe road. Well, he got spooked by a giraffe.
I did.
Yeah, that's what he said. So I don't know where it was, Jackal Road. Anyway.
Lots of males at Lowveld of two stations involved, ready charge.
We are sitting with male lions, so let's talk about them. Yes, Carol, female leopard near Hippo Dam. But it was on a road somewhere, but I missed that junction or the road name. He's lying down again. Is he going to roar? You often see them lie down and roar. It's just maybe a little bit easier on them. Also, when you see this male in frame, you'll see his belly. It's going to take quite a bit for him to sit up and roar, and he didn't roar just now. He just kept doing it. Sleeping, doing what they do best. See how he's got this big cut next to his eye there. These two boys, I think, have been boxing a little bit amongst themselves. Got a few more scars to tell a story of what male lions do. Breathing quite deeply, got quite a high respiratory rate at the moment, digesting all that meat. Also trying to get rid of excess heat from that process. Higher respiratory rate. And collapse, and then they sit in the heat of the day in the shade somewhere, and their respiratory rates are so high as they're digesting all that meat. Metabolic heat is developed, They often pant as well during the day. When we were with them late this morning, their mouths were open, panting, trying to get rid of their heat as it was quite hot. I think we were here around 8 o'clock this morning and it was already in the high 20s. And maybe 8:30 we were here, 9 o'clock. Oh, there's a big yawn. Yep, Betty, full bellies after their wildebeest feast. You can hear the fiery neck nightjars calling in the thickets behind us.
Leaving the lock of the prize force aspect at the inlet of Hippo Dam, one station on lock. Case closing now.
We'll sit here a couple more minutes, just see if the second male gives us a roar. He's up and listening now. Look at that big cut on the side of his head. Let me put some light on there for you, Andrew. Now everybody at home is yawning after watching this lion yawn. Yeah, so we just watch them for a couple more minutes and then try and get to that area that we had those tracks of that leopard. Not too fresh, but maybe now a leopard has been seen. They're moving around like I was saying earlier. Chances of seeing them maybe get a little bit better. Maybe we can end this drive with a surprise sighting of a leopard. But you can see how his face is a little bit more beaten than it has been. We did comment on it a little while ago that these two boys have been fighting each other a little bit. I don't know if the girls would do this much to a male's face. No, they could. Get a claw in there. That looks like a couple of claws got into the side of his face. He's listening to something. Okay, I think let's, after this yawn, leave them to it and try and see if we can get into that area maybe for a last minute leopard sighting. Okay, it's nice to see them, nice to get a roar out of them. His head's down now, continue his nap. A bit of grooming. Andrew, you good?
Yeah, watch your eyes.
Okay. Let's go see if we can get a... Andrew said something was going to happen this drive, so let's see. Maybe we get lucky in the last couple of minutes of drive and see if we can find one of the elusive, or the most elusive cat on the Rietspruit. Well, maybe not the most elusive cat. There are wild cats and caracals and servals, but we'll see. Maybe we get that leopard on the way home here. Gareth leaving the male lions at Lowveld of South Africa to one other. Let me first get out of low range, otherwise it might take us a while to get around. Oh, yo, that scat was not the most pleasant thing out there. Alrighty.
Feels slightly nauseous.
Can do that to you. Andrew's just commenting that he doesn't feel so great after the smell of the scat. Where we first parked, it was pretty strong. Somebody's... Just trying to listen to the radio. Let's see.
Standing by. I want you to I just got past Kulu Crest and now Lemon going to Sestan. Okay, so just the other way then.
This isn't where we need to go, hey. That's, what's that? Poachers. That's what we said. Yeah, poachers. Okay, let's carry on, get to where we were on Sunsloot Put. I think it's north. It's not this one either. That's not even a road, Gareth. Look at those mountains. Beautiful. This time of the day is always just so great to be out. End the day off with a game drive. Those mountains almost like they're backlit by the setting sun. This is when the smaller specials start to come out. Janet's the porcupine of last night. Maybe it'll make an appearance, although that was quite close to camp and we're quite far. So good to get the lion roaring on camera. First time. Taken me a month to get a lion roaring on camera. Wow. Hard to believe, really. We've spoken about it a lot, but I haven't got it yet. So that's great. And then Andrew went on a drive the other day, and I think at about 5 o'clock they just couldn't stop roaring close to Hayes. How good would a leopard be right now? Or a serval? How accurate is Andrew's predictions? We don't have long to see. 4 minutes. What surprises can we find in 4 minutes? Even if we don't find anything, I think it's been a great afternoon. We had the elephants, which was quite nice. Nice to see cheeky chops again. Nice to see the giraffe and then end in there with the male lions. Anything now would be a bonus. I don't know if my team speak is working. Okay. My earpiece has died. I heard it beeping just now and I thought it was telling me that my battery was going flat, but these little AirPods of mine don't last that long. Well, they're not even AirPods, they're JBL pods. I find them quite good, but I'm learning that the battery life is not good enough for 2 hours, which is a pity, because they're way better than having all the cables around. And come on, leopard. Every now and again I catch lights. Ooh, what's that? Bush baby. Let's see, this is a nice one if we can get it on camera. There's a lesser galago, or more commonly known as a bush baby, sitting right there. I don't know if you can get it, Andrew. Jump in there. Oh, it's gone up. It might jump into this marula. Is it in the marula? There it is. There you go, bush baby. Oh, great camera work. This is also a first for me, getting a bush baby on camera. Where's it gone?
I don't know.
It's given us. Let's see if we angle the car. Oh, there, right on the end. Up. Ah, no, it's gone. Gone into some thick stuff, but how's that? What is the time? That's a good way to end drive, I think. A little bush baby, or a lesser galago as they are known. It's a nice end to the drive. Maybe not a serval, as Andrew said there would be something cool, but I think a little bush baby is pretty awesome. Thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon drive on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. It's been a pleasant afternoon. I wish you all a great end to your days and weeks. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you again on Sunday.